Oh, he's got his junk.
That's a new video. A new video.
How about that one? Is that a new video?
No, that's not. That's not. I'm gonna do a new video.
You want to watch a new video? Speaking of new videos, quick update with the Halligans. We went to the hospital yesterday for both kiddos. He had a regular checkup, and we have some future story about his medical
Except for that.
needs, I guess. And she had a little emergency that we had to go to the hospital. So here's the quick update. So Dottie, what did we do yesterday?
Go to the hospital.
Yeah, we went to the Children's Hospital, but first we got labs.
Yeah.
And at labs, what happened?
You should do a line below.
Yeah, our Dottie's central line broke. It was very scary. Thankfully, Daddy knew what was going on, so me and the nurses worked together, and we quickly clamped above the break. The break was right near the end of the central line. So if you think of the central line coming out of her chest, it has like a long tube, right, Dottie?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a long tube. And so the tube usually, we could curl it around. There's a piece of tape, which we call the dressing, and that's what we do dressing changes on every Monday. When the nurse was flushing it, the flush popped. The pressure popped the end of it, and so it started to bleed from the line above from where it's connected to the TPN.
And you were so brave.
Dottie was so brave. Daddy said some few choice words, but we're not going to talk about Daddy's lack of decorum in the.
Daddy was less brave.
I was less brave, but the nice thing is the nurses were so quick. As soon as I said I need this, they went to go get it, and they helped fasten because it's like those metal clamps. What are they called? For like quickly clamped it. They bandaged it on her chest so we could still put her in the car seat. Put her in the car seat, drove straight there, and then we went to we drove to where would we drive?
To the city hospital.
To the Children's Hospital. And what happened at the Children's Hospital?
Mommy and Daddy were already there.
Yeah, because they were getting the checkup for Teddy. So we went there, and what did we do?
Get some blue. Get some bubbles
Get some bubbles.
and bubble machine to blow.
There was a bubble machine when they were checking her. Dottie is so funny. When they put on, she's great at getting her temperature. They took your temperature, right?
Yeah.
And they listened to your heart and your breathing, and she's really good about that. What she doesn't like is the little thing that goes around her arm. So when she was the pressure cuff, she kind of flipped out a little bit at, and so they're like, "Oh, do we need the sedator for the dressing change?" I'm like, "Oh no, you don't need to." Because ironically enough, right when we did the dressing change and the line fix, calm as a cucumber. Dottie was just relaxed.
Come as a cucumber.
Calm as a cucumber.
That's so silly.
That's so silly.
Come as a cucumber.
And so the dressing change and the line repair was no problem at all. We were very relieved. We thought we were going to have to get a new line.
Excuse me.
Yes, Dottie.
Dad.
Anyways, they didn't have to change the line. They just quickly repaired it. The person who did it, her name was Mary Lou. She was incredible. And then they were on our way, and within 4 hours, they said it was okay to put our TPM back in it. All things considered, for a scary morning, we're doing well. Prayers to be thinking about, of course, are we want to make sure there's no line infection, because that means it was exposed when it was popped for a little bit before he clamped it. The other thing to be thinking about is we're not sure where the central line is, if it's perfectly central anymore. One of the doctors made a comment about it not being perfectly central in her heart. Not the end of the world, but if it gets more and more up, that's where you can get some damage. So we want to make sure that it is central. So we're waiting to hear back on that.
So Teddy had a while back, he had an MRI and urodynamics, and we gave an update at that point that his bladder looked great, urodynamics was awesome, he can pee on his own, and we could stop cathing, which was really exciting. But we still had an MRI to do. That we kept that appointment just because we had it, and they're hard to get these days. Getting into the hospital can be difficult, and so he got that appointment, and the results were inconclusive according to what we were told. So we've waited 3 months or something to get in to see the neurosurgeon. And he has what's called a low-lying conus, which is, you can look it up. I'll just let you do that if you're really curious. But basically in his spine and his backbone, it ends lower down than is traditional or typical, I guess. And so that can cause problems. So the thought is if it's fused in the wrong spot, that as he grows, he won't grow correctly, and that could cause some damage in his spine, could cause some nervous system damage. And so she recommended surgery. We're not going to go outside right now. So she did recommend the surgery for tethered cord, and said there's no way to know. Hold on, we'll tell that story in a little bit, okay? At this point, the risks, when we talked it through, the risks kind of, or the benefits outweigh the risks. So the benefit doing the surgery sooner than later is that Teddy's still small. He's not very mobile. Okay, wait just a second. He's not very mobile yet. His recovery time won't be as impactful because he's not walking and jumping and doing all those types of running around things. So it'll feel less restrictive. And
he will be able to walk, and he will be able to safe. So.
Oh yeah, he'll be able to do all those things when he grows up. That's right. And but if we wait, the risks can be really detrimental. If we wait and there are problems, he could have permanent nerve damage. The longer we wait before doing the surgery, his recovery time could be longer. Like, let's say we waited and he didn't have trouble till he was a teenager or an adult. Cutting through, there's just more there. There's more muscle, there's more tissue and all of that. And so really doing it now is not the only option, but it's the best option to just look forward and give Teddy the best chance at growing well and not having problems in the future. And one more thing, guys. One more thing for Teddy Bear, and then hopefully we'll just give him some time to grow and learn and develop without any more medical intervention.
That's all from the Halligans, guys. Thanks for paying attention, and thanks for your prayers and your thoughts. Do you want to say bye-bye, Dottie? You want to say bye-bye?
Finish talking.
Finish talking. Should we clap?
No.
Should we high five?
No.
Should we hit this?
Yeah.
Good job, Dottie.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, thanks for following along with our updates. We appreciate that you're watching us and following us, and we appreciate the prayers and thoughts. If you want to follow us, continue to subscribe and check out our videos from before, and we'll get you updated as soon as we know more. Thanks again, and much love from the Halligans.